Whew, what a day it was getting out of Edmonton. I must have been stuck on the highway for about like 3.5 hours. And near the end of it, it started to rain. Like it started to pour. Now, amongst that time, I did get a short ride down the road and dropped off kind of in the middle of nowhere. And luckily, like once it started to pour, I got a ride into the next town. It was a little bit clearer by the time I got there, and the driver dropped me off at a truck stop, suggesting that I try and ask all the truck drivers if they're heading east, although I had no luck. So I ended up walking to the end of the town and hitchhiking again. But before I made it all the way to the other end, somebody pulled over on the side of the road when I wasn't hitchhiking and asked, like, where am I going? You see, and I had a giant backpack on and all that. And he ended up picking me up and driving me right into Saskatchewan. So I had a total of 3 rides. One of them was some younger guy going to work down the highway, and the other 2 were ex-drug addicts. And I was very humbled by the experience. They're very beautiful people, actually. The first guy picked me up in his new Mustang, and he had been working in a camp job 2 weeks on overtime and then 1 week off. And he was telling me about how he took his life and turned it around from being addicted to, well, different things to becoming finally clear and working through it. It was very inspiring. And the next guy, who goes by Chicken Dan, who picked me up before I even got out of town, before I was even hitchhiking, drove me another few hours into Saskatchewan. And he was telling me a little bit about NA and AA and the 12-step process. And I've always thought that this was a very powerful group and a very powerful process. And I even thought about joining it myself. However, I'm not addicted to anything right now. I always thought it'd be good to actually go to a meeting and see it happen. We talked for a long time about how he found a higher power and about the good that he's done and the results that he sees in his life directly from it. Such as when he starts to get angry, he will calm himself down and be positive and be polite, and then small little gestures will reward him, such as getting a free something from the restaurant or getting a discount in line. There's small little things that show him he's on the right path. And these are things that I want to implement into my life as well. And at the end of the day, he even ended up getting me this motel room for the night, getting me out of the rain. It rained pretty heavy last night, but unfortunately, now it's time for me to go, and I will ultimately be heading back into the rain. I think I'll go into a restaurant somewhere and do a little bit more work and editing on my computer, and hopefully the rain will die down. Well, here I am hitchhiking in the rain again, trying to get out of Lloydminster, Saskatchewan. I tried to hang out in the hotel lobby to wait out the storm, and the rain died down, so I thought it'd be a good time to go. But alas, the rain is back.